I put down this notice of motion because to me the stretch of road from Clarecastle up to Darcy's Corner in Ennis has always been the Clare Road. That's to me and to many other, I suppose, natives or people that are around a long time. But over the years, for some reason or another, it acquired the name unofficially of being the Limerick Road. It was always a bugbear of mine. There's only two markings on that road, I think, of where it says the Clare Road. One of them being at Captain Mac's traffic lights. There's a plate on the wall there saying Clare Road. And there's also a kind of stone plaque further down near Clare Abbey roundabout, also saying Clare Road. Clarecastle back in the day was known as Clare. It was known as the town of Clare, actually, in the 1891 census. That's what the records say. That's what I'm told by a local historian anyway. The key in Clarecastle is, official title is the Port of Clare. We had a fair of Clare for many years, and the Castle of Clare also, which became Clare Castle afterwards. So it was known as Clare, or Clare Village. God rest an uncle of mine, he always used to say, I'm going into Clare. That's what the older people would have said. So Larry Brennan recently released a book on the history of the Clare Road. That more to do with the families on it and some of the landmarks along it. So that's what kind of really brought it onto my radar again, and I said this needs to be addressed. So that's why I've brought this forward today. It got good support, but I am going to do a lot more research on this to see, and again I refer to Joe Power, the local historian. He reckons that where it became Clarecastle was actually through the local reports in the Clare Champion, that for some reason they morphed Clare into Clarecastle.
Conflation of the two things, or a shorthand or something, and it became known as that.
And the reason I brought this forward is because it's about preserving history. There is huge history in the village of Clarecastle, or as I've referred to in Clare Village, and I think we need to preserve and enhance that, and you can't let that die. It just, if it hasn't been done properly or through official channels, I think this needs to be addressed and certainly people to be made more aware of it.
And you've said that it's often referred to as the Limerick Road. We all know that it's informally or anecdotally people refer to it as that, but is it falsely down as the Limerick Road on maps or sat-nav or anything like that, or is it more so how it's informally known that you're trying to get it?
I'm nearly sure in saying that it's down incorrectly on maps, and like you said, Google Maps and the likes of that, it's the Limerick Road. As Tommy Guilfoyle said inside there, from Captain Mac's up to Darcy's is down as being the Clare Road in postal terms, and to his knowledge that's it. But it goes the whole way down to the village of Clarecastle.
If it is found that the village of Clarecastle should in fact be called the village of Clare, would you like it to be called the village of Clare? Will we have Clare GAA and all sorts of confusion?
Well, do you know what? I think if that's its rightful name, why not? Because we will still have Clarecastle. The castle is still there. It's not like we're taking something away. You've got Sligo town, you've got various counties around the place that the capital town or whatever is called after the county. And if the proper and rightful name of Clare or Clarecastle, sorry, it's confusing even for myself.
You're into the habit already now.
But you can't deny history, and this is my point, and I think it's important to preserve it because there is huge history involved in that village of Clare.